Okay, so when you download a copy of the Money Mechanics Budget Tracker, on page 1 is the instructions of how to use it and how to download it, how to save your own version of it. All you need to do is read those. Then all you need to do is type in which year you're budgeting for. So obviously now 2024 needs to go in there. Put in where you're based. So if you're UK, put UK. If you're in other places, you just need to select out of the list. And what that will do is that will set the settings in the whole for the rest of the year. So obviously dates and everything change throughout based on the year that you're in. So as long as you put the right year in there, everything else will make sense. Then the next tab along is your yearly budget. So you're seeing here that there's some numbers just while I practice, but let's say that you earn £1,000 a month. You need to just put that in here. And what it will do, as you adjust the numbers in each of these cells, it'll assume that your number will be the same every month unless you change it. So if you've got dividend income coming from a business, for example, you need to put that in. And as you can see, as you add in your income in each of these things, what it will do is it'll adjust this summary over here to tell you where your money's coming from. So in this scenario, 65.5% of my income is coming from dividend income from businesses. But then, you know, if you've got a property portfolio and you're earning £10,000 a month from that, you'll see that that will then adjust it, and it will then tell you that 68% of your income's coming from property. So it's just a really good way for you to get a good summary of what's happening, where your money's coming from. And then, you know, as you move through the year, you can adjust this if you want to. But what you want to do is put your income in this top section. And really, this is also like a goals sheet, like what you want to earn from those places. The next bit under here is your expenses. So this is what you are spending. So this is your money going to come in, and this is your money going out. And again, it's going to summarize over on the right hand side for you. So let's say that your mortgage is £1,500 a month, and your food you spend £500 a month on, and your gas is, I don't know, £100 a month, electric is £200 a month. Again, I'm just guessing numbers here, right? And your mobile phone bill is £30 a month, your internet, etc., etc. And what I've done is I've left this so that you can add in your own things. So if you, for example, have got a I don't know, let's say that you have to pay service charges on a property that you live in or something like that, and that's £20 a month. You can just add that in and it will add it to the sheet basically. So your expenses will go in here. Travel costs, so expenses doesn't include things like car finance, tax, servicing, that sort of stuff. So travel costs go in as a separate line. So if you've got car finance, let's say it's £350 a month, you put that in here. You know, what's your insurance? £50 a month. You basically just work through as it is right now, okay? Personal costs, so your gym membership, what you want to spend in terms of going out every month, what budget you want to give yourself. Let's say it's £150 a month budget on going out. You want £100 a month budget on clothes. Maybe you're subscribing to things like a magazine or you know, a newsletter or a blog or whatever your subscriptions are. Maybe you're spending £25 a month on a subscription for something. Personal development, so this is like education stuff. So for example, buying this tracker, that would be considered personal development. Buying a book, buying a course, you know, any of those sorts of things, like what your budget's going to be for spending every month on that. If you're going to have a budget for holidays, you need to put that in there, and so on and so forth. And obviously I've left lines here so that you can add these in depending on your situation, your circumstances. And then what you'll see here is that this will all adjust, and your totals will calculate at the bottom of each section. Then you've got your debt. So a big part of the book, Money Mechanics book, a big part of the beginning of the book is about getting your debt back to zero as quickly as we can to make sure you've got no bad debt in your personal life or in your businesses if you've got businesses. You know, what debt have you got? And I've left space here for you to add in, and you can change the names of these. So if you've not got a car loan payment, but you've got maybe a loan or a business loan or, you know, whatever it is, you edit that, and what it will do is it will edit over here as well. So you've got a car loan payment that's costing you £300. You've currently got a credit card that you're paying, I don't know, £35 a month on. You just need to type in there what you're paying at the minute or what you want to pay onto those cards, onto those loans, onto that debt. What it will do is it will then work out what that's going to cost you every single month, and then it will also tell you what your debt summary is so that you've got an idea of that. Now this is your budget sheet, right? So this is you setting your budget, setting your goals for the year in terms of how much debt you want to clear, what you want to spend on all of these things. What this will do then is it will calculate in this section your net income. So your income minus your outgoings, what you're going to be left with every single month. Then there's a section here for you to put your savings goals in. So again, in the book, we talk about having your emergency fund and having your pots for different things so you don't have to stick stuff on credit cards. So, you know, if you're saving up for a car or a holiday or a wedding or a honeymoon or any of those things, then making sure that you budget for that is really important. So let's say that you've got a car that you want at the end of the year and you know you're going to put away, I don't know, £150 a month towards the deposit for that. Then that's going to give you a savings goal there. If you know you want to go on holiday, actually you're trying to put away £250 a month towards that, it's going to give you a savings goal. And basically you just need to download all the things that you want to save for, put them on here, and it's going to tell you then what you actually need to save to be able to afford all of those things without putting it into debt. Then you've got your investments section. So it go in terms of the order in the book, and what I talk about a lot in the book is making sure your debt's cleared first, your bad debt is gone first, then you save your emergency fund, and then you start to invest, right? So if you know that your investment account, number one, you want to put £10 a month into that, and you're going to put into number two, you're going to put £20 a month into that, and so on. You can add in as many as you want. That's going to then work out exactly how much your budget is, what you need to be able to be saving and investing the right amount to hit your targets for the year. Then down here, you've just got summaries. So this is a summary of your cash flow. And what it will do is if you've got surplus to enjoy and you're going to earn more money than what you're going to spend in your budget, it's going to tell you that. If I go back up to here and I put this as a 0, what you'll see is that this will change. You need to cut back. It's going to tell you that you need time to cut back or make more money. So the key to this is making sure that you have put everything in, because then what it's going to do is make sure you're crystal clear on whether you're in a good position or a bad position if based on your own personal budgets, right? And it tells you, it works it all out for you, so you don't have to work it out. It then gives you your annual income summary and your annual debt summary as well, so that you've got a bit of an idea. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, oh God, this is a lot, scary. And for many of you, I know when I first did this, my box said, you haven't got enough money, you need to sort it out. But ultimately, that's the point of this process, is you do this at the beginning, and then you can say, well, if I haven't got enough money, where can I cut back? How can I save money? Maybe you can save money in clearing your most expensive credit card first, and you save on your interest. Or maybe you decide that you go to a different gym that's not £100 a month, but it's £30 a month. There's potential changes that you can make by having the budget in front of you and making it really crystal clear. You'll be able to see where your tweaks can be made. But until you do this activity and get it all out of your head, it's really hard to see. So that's that page. And then as you move through the year, what you're actually going to do is put in your what actually happened. So this is you setting your budget at the beginning of the year. And then each month, usually I do it on the last day of the month, is I go in and I type in, okay, actually this month I earned £2,000 in wages, and I earned that on the 31st of the 1st, 2024. And then dividends, maybe I only earned £10. Maybe you've got a side hustle, you're selling stuff on Etsy or Vinted or whatever it might be. Maybe you made £50 on Vinted by selling a jacket or something, you put that in there. Maybe you're doing a part-time job or whatever. You need to just put all of those things in there. If you are earning any dividends from any stocks that you own already, if you've got to investment already, but if you haven't, don't worry. You might have earned £5. Maybe you're renting out a property, you're getting £500 for that. Maybe you're not. And there might not be any other things, any other income. But if there is, you need to put all of your income into there. Then you have to go through your expenses. So what you actually spent, not what you hoped to spend. And it's really important that you're honest. Otherwise it breaks the whole thing, right? So if you've paid £1,000 on your mortgage and you've spent £300 on food and you've spent £100 on gas, and I'll just put in some random numbers on this. Oh, that's a very expensive electric bill. Hold on. Mobile phone bill £30, internet £50, etc., right? what that's going to do is it's going to say to you, okay, well, the living costs were 2,125. Then you do your travel costs. So what was your car finance? Let's say it was £300. What your insurance was. I'm just going to put some numbers in here so that you get an idea. It's not going to be that, is it? Etc. And as you can see, this summary over here starts to adjust. Your personal costs, and all of these will link back to that sheet at the beginning, the budget sheet. So again, if you spent £30 on your gym, socialising 100, clothing 100, etc., it'll tell you everything. And then what you cleared on your debt, the same. Your short-term savings goals and your long-term savings goals. So let me put something in here because otherwise it won't work it out properly. We saved £20 towards our car. We saved £20 towards our holiday. And we put £20 into our investment pot one and £20 into there. What this will do over here is it will tell you whether or not you are ahead or behind where your budget is supposed to be based on what you told your budget that you wanted, right? Now, as you do that over the course of the year, so this is your monthly financial summary, and it's telling you it's time to cut costs or find a way to make more money, okay? Because your income is less than your total outgoings, right? So when your income's less than your total outgoings, on this case, you're losing £437 a month in this scenario. But if you'd made more money, so let's say that you made another £2,000 that month, or whatever you know from whatever you did, you'll see here you've underspent this month, which means you can go and enjoy it. You've actually £1,563 ahead of your budget. That's ahead of your cash flow. So as you do this monthly, do February, you do March, you do April, June, May, June, etc. What is going to happen is your yearly actuals, it will automatically populate for you. So obviously you've only got in here January and February because they're the only ones I've filled in. But as you move through the year, this will all populate. You don't have to do anything on this sheet at all. Don't touch it, you'll break it. But on this sheet, you just literally, it's your kind of summary sheet so you can see it. And then your yearly overview. And this is where actually you can start to see whether you are ahead or behind your budget in a really simple place. So the first bit is the budgets that you set, and this bit is your year so far summarized. So you in this section, this is pulling from the original budget that you set, and in this it's actually giving you the comparable of whether or not you are matching it, you're ahead of it, or you're behind it, and what your monthly actual performance looks like. And this is your financial performance, right? It's not and this is a really personal thing to you. For you, your most priority might be clearing debt. For some people, it will be investing. For other people, it will just be able to afford everything that you need to be able to afford. We're all driven by different things, but using a sheet like this is going to really, really help you to understand where you are with your money in loads of detail. When you track it and when you're on top of it, actually you can control it. When you stick your head in your sand and you ignore it, and you know that you've not really got enough money, but you're just not sure how good or bad it is, actually it will create overwhelm, it will create stress. Whereas this, whilst it is effort and it is, sometimes hard to do, when you look and you see, actually, I don't earn enough money, I need to fix that. At least with this, you'll know exactly where you are, and you'll be able to move forward from that point because you've got a line in the sand to work from. I hope that's been helpful. If anyone's got any other questions, just let me know.